Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the English Báo Phước radio, television station and newspaper. Right now is top story as usual. Đồng Xoài facing teacher shortage before new school years. President suggests large groups invest more in Vietnam. X-Men FDI disbursement hits 5-year high. Ladies and gentlemen, the education and training sector in Đồng Xoài City is busy completing preparation to be ready for the 2022-2023 academic years.
The city has sufficient classrooms for students, but due to teacher shortage, it introducing solutions to ensure teaching and study requirements are met. According to city authorities, the education sector will receive an increase of 80 classes and 2,500 students in the 2022 to 2023 school year. Teacher numbers had declined meanwhile due to retirements and resignations. The city now lacks 125 teachers, including 10 in preschool, 87 in elementary, and 28 in secondary high school. The new generation education program stimulates that English must be taught from grade 1, and this is also the first year that informatics becomes a mandatory subject for grade 3 students, while teachers in these and other specialized subjects are in short supply. As an immediate solution, the Education Department will assign some elementary school teachers to work at 2 schools.
Colorful mooncake stores are being set up as people and especially children become excited about the upcoming Mid-Autumn Festival.
Along major streets in the downtown area of Đồng Xoài City are many brightly decorated stalls attracting the attention of passersby with their mooncakes. As economic recovery continues, some high-end mooncakes have been introduced this year. Boasting beautiful and luxurious packaging, quality ingredients, and high nutrition, prices range from 600,000 dong to nearly 5 million dongs per box. With diverse packaging and excellent quality, this year's mooncake market have seen a much welcomed improvement. Though prices of baking materials have increased, mooncake manufacturing have attempted to keep retail prices stable. This year's market is expected to please both consumers and manufacturers, with everyone being able to enjoy happy and meaningful Mid-Autumn Festival.
Police in Bù Gia Mập district held a ceremony recently to launch cyber patrol groups.
Bù Gia Mập Police Cyber Patrol Team consists of 120 members, led by Deputy Head of the District Police, who is in charge of security affairs. It has been assigned to identify and prevent anti-state activities by hostile forces and cyberspace-related violations, thus ensuring cybersecurity, protecting the ideology of the party, and refuting wrong arguments by hostile forces. At the same time, it will work to promote positive information in cyberspace and provide counseling on addressing violations. The new model is hoped to contribute to building a safe, wholesome, and extensive cyberspace to create the conditions needed for the development and protection of Vietnamese culture in cyberspace.
Now, let's take a look at the top story around the country. President Nguyễn welcomed large group investment of nearly $5 billion in Vietnam and suggested the public of Korea conglomerate further invest in Vietnam's large projects while hosting Lord Chairman Sinh Dong Bin in Hanoi on August 31st.
Expressing his delight at the two nations' strategic partnerships being consolidated across fields, particularly trade, investment, and political trust, President Phuc noted Korean firms are taking the lead in terms of FDI volumes in Vietnam, with a total capital of $80 billion. Bilateral trade value has reached $78 billion, with the Republic of Korea now the third largest trade partner of Vietnam. Shin informed his host on a number of the group's projects earmarked for Hanoi, including a shopping center expected to attract some 10 million visitors annually. He said the group also wants to promote the building of a startup ecosystem in support of Vietnamese youth and invest in Vietnamese startups. Agreeing with the group's investment orientations, particularly those involving startup development and job creation, President Phúc hoped the groups will contribute to enhancing the nation's economic cooperation towards $100 billion in bilateral trade revenue.
The President's decision on amnesty in 2022 was announced at a press conference jointly held by the Presidential Office, the Ministry of Public Security, the Supreme People's Court, and the Foreign Ministry on August 31st.
Vice Chairman of the Presidential Office, Phạm Thanh Hà, said the amnesty in 2022 once more reflects the lenient policies of the Vietnamese party and state and the humane Vietnamese tradition on encouraging people committing wrongdoings to repent and strive to become useful people. He noted that what made the 2022 amnesty different from the previous ones are the stricter conditions for amnesties and cases not eligible for amnesty. As a result, fewer prisoners have received amnesty this year. According to Deputy Foreign Minister Ha Kim Ngọc, 16 foreign nationals have received amnesty this year, comprising 1 Australian, 1 Canadian, 3 Americans, 4 Chinese, 1 French, 2 Cambodians, 1 Nigerian, 2 Malaysians, and 1 Laotian. The President has also commuted the death sentence to life imprisonment for 10 prisoners, including 2 foreigners, 1 South African and 1 Laotian.
The disbursement of foreign direct investment (FDI) in the first 8 months of the year is estimated to reach $12.8 billion, up 10.5% over the same period last year and marking the highest level in the past 5 years.
According to the report on socio-economic development in the first 8 months of 2022, released by the General Statistics Office, total FDI registered for investment in Vietnam was posted at nearly $16.8 billion as of August 20th. The capital includes newly registered capital, supplemental capital and capital contribution, and share purchase by foreign investors. Regarding Vietnam's investment approach, 75 Vietnamese projects have been granted investment certificates with a total contribution of around $345 million, 2.3 times higher than the same period last year. In addition, 15 projects were approved to raise capital with supplemented capital of $51 million. Thus, the total investment capital of Vietnam abroad reached nearly $396 million during the 8-month period. The disbursement of public investment from the state budget in the first 8 months of this year were estimated at some $12.2 billion, equivalent to 51% of the year's plan.
The total state budget collection in the first 8 months of the year has been estimated $51.3 billion, equivalent to 85.6% of the annual tariffs, according to the Ministry of Finance.
The ministry said 60 out of 63 provinces and cities have met over 68% of their targets, and 49 localities have collected higher tax revenues than the same period last year. The country's state budget expenditures in the January to August period reached $40.8 billion, of which investment for development was over $9 billion, up to $102 million from the state budget's reverse in 2022 has been spent on pandemic prevention and control and to assist people who are facing difficulties due to the pandemic. About 27,600 tons of rice were allocated from the national reserves to the needy affected by natural disasters, epidemics, and between crop food shortage. Given rising inflation and interest rates that might affect budget revenue, the ministry suggested that it is necessary to continue to operate a flexible and effective fiscal policy.
Sam wrote from travel side, the culture trip had listed 10 experiences in Vietnam that everyone should try in their lifetime. Try us to see the must-try experiences.
Boats carrying all kinds of goods create a market on water, bursting with a cacophony of sound and brilliant colors. Visitors can choose from a sizable collection of fabric and different designs for tailor-made outfits when in Hoi An, Asian town, which for hundreds of years was prosperous trading port. The pass is located on a spur of the Big Ma mountain range that heads down to the sea, bridging to Truyền province and Da Nang city. Phong Nha Kẻ Bàng is the largest national park in Vietnam and been ranked a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. With about 1,600 islands, both large and small, Halong Bay is certain to bring visitors a rich and unique experience. September and October is the rice harvest season in northern mountainous provinces, with golden terraced rice fields creating a spectacular landscape. The former imperial capital of Hue is considered a precious gem in Vietnam, where tombs, temples, palaces, and pagodas are imbued with cultural and historical imprints from olden times. Visitors should make sure to taste specialties from all three regions of Vietnam, the northern, the central, and the southern region. For many tourists, traveling from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City or vice versa along the mountainous highway is the reason they come to Vietnam and is one of the best trips of their lives. After arriving in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam passed through southern metropolis for a rooftop bar and sip on a drink while watching the city go about its business below.
And that's all for today on Bình Phước Radio, television station and newspaper news. Once again, thanks for watching and goodbye for now.